Once we created all of the tables, let's work on input more data into each of the table. When I first create the table, I add the data directly into the table. And imagine if you work in the real business setting, you wouldn't allow users directly touch your database because that's for safety security purpose. Because if you allow users directly work on the database, you can imagine there are lots of errors and mistakes. And also people can really break into your database, right, like directly. So in the real business setting, once we set up the data structure in the table, we use a intermediate form to help users input the data. So that's like when we fill, for example, a new customer form from a online seller, right? Register for any type of situations, they send you the form to fill in, right? So adding data rather than expose the original, the database, so you can add it. So that's like another main or important object in the database. So we use form to add the data, or we as a bridge bring the data into the tables. So let's do so create a form. So let's work on maybe the auto table first. Then you can repeat the same process for the other three tables. So let me close my auto table to create. Okay, I'm gonna do this, the third group of creations. So form, there are different ways you can build a form from the scratch, or use the design view directly, or a black form, or I normally use a form wizard, for starters, or just the learning. So I'm going to use the form wizard. So for the form wizard, you will choose which table you want to add the data to. I'm going to use the auto. Okay, and also you can choose, after we finish the auto form, you can choose the other three tables. So the auto again, and even you can choose, you can see the different attributes. Certainly, I want to have all of the attributes, right? But imagine again, some business you may not want the user fill data into all of the attributes. Okay, you can choose from, and the ID, or maybe you want to assign from the database manager, right? So we only use the other five attributes. So that's case by case. But in our case, I'm going to bring all of the six, okay, into the fillable form. So, and the next, you can choose, like you can see, have a preview for the format. Okay, this is the columnar, okay, tabular format, data sheets, and even justified. Okay, is up to you. So I'm going to probably just use the first one and give a name. Okay, so I will let it different. So I will call, so auto form rather than auto, to differentiate from the name of the table. And because I'm having a new form, I want to use this form to view our enter information. Okay, rather than modify the form design. If you already have a form, you want to modify the structure, you can select the next one. Okay, the second one. So I'm going to finish. And now you can see you have the form pop up. And since we already have one rows of data, the first data we have in here is already pop up. So it's auto. And now I want to add more data. So in the bottom, you can see this, like the arrows means the how many the records. So I move on to next one. So 2 of 2. I will do a second one. So now you can add the data. Remember, when you add the data, make sure all of the data between the different tables are consistent. So I'm going to use A002 And this one I will call it a second. So for example, Tesla. So why it's always giving me back to. And the model you can choose, maybe this is for X3, right? And then the year is 2018. And the person ID, okay, I will have a person ID 002. Remember to have this 002 later added into your person ID. Okay. And the state, I will put CA, California. Okay. Then I think that's my second. Then you can move to the third. Oh, okay. I think that before I add this 002, I need to add this person. Okay, because remember I put it in for referential integrated. So this one I will just leave it here. After add the 002 in my honor table, I can add this personal ID. Okay, I just leave it blank. It's fine because it's not a required field. Okay, then I will add another. So like auto ID, this will be A003. Just use a capitalized. And this is a word. $150, right? And year 2020. And personal ID, again, I'm leaving it open, or you can assign a personal ID once we finish the honors table. Okay, and the state, this one I put like Oklahoma. Again, we can design this state as a drop-down menu for all of your like the state abbreviations. So I will just finish. Okay, two more records, and I will close this. And now when you open your auto table, you can see these two more records are added to the auto table. If you leave your auto table open while you work on the form, you need to close the table and reopen so you can see the update, the new records. Okay, so autos. Similarly, I will work on the honor, okay, like this one. So I will, so if you are in a blank, okay, when you try to, before you create the table, so probably you can refer to the, like, so you have different tables, right? So create and a form wizard, and this time because I'm already referring to, click on highlight the honor. So it's automatically pop up the honor. And if you want to change to other tables, you always can choose from the table options. So honor, okay, and then all of them, with all of the data fields, and the next. And this one can probably use the tabular and the honor firm and finish. And you can see this is the way. This is more, if you like it, is more like your like the table, right, directly in the table. So this one you can see I will add the 002, and so like Johnson something, right, like W, and address, okay, whatever, we like just make up something, and the zip code and phone. Okay, it's not required, so I can skip it. Okay, add another one, so 003, and this is Scott. A. And again, going like a Claiborne, for example, because I didn't require formatting, but you can refine it. And then, so I will just do these two more. Okay, again, once you close and reopen the owner, you can see you added here. So I will leave you to work on the other, maybe I will just do it. So let's do the dealer first because we need the dealer information in the service. Okay, so the dealer create from wizard, all of it, tabular form, finish. Right? So dealer, then D002. This is the, let me get the code. Right? Southwest, or maybe like CVAL. And then this is like Highway 10. And the phone numbers, okay, I didn't require, I'm going to skip. So D003, and then this is Hellman. This is about way 8 and skipping. So adding the dealer form. Okay, so dealer, and now if you open the dealer, so we have more data, and then finally the service. So let me show you. So if I keep the table open, okay, I'm going to add the form, the service, all of it. Also the tabular next service form. Finish. Because the reason I put the service in the end because I needed to have the information from the dealer ID, auto ID, even the person ID, right? So like I can have the information. Otherwise, it wouldn't because it's these referential things. So I will put this probably is a D002 and with auto 002 and service date. Okay, I can choose another one. Okay, maybe first. And this charge is can be 1,000. And I can put this with a O, still maybe 001, right? Or 002 is up to you. Okay. So I just show this, okay, adding another service. And then because I add one more rows of data, so if I close the firm, because my service table is still open, I don't see the new row, right? It's not missing. Okay, you need to close and then reopen, you see the new rows of data added here. So now we have 4 tables, 4 firms, okay, and a report we did it on Thursday. So now I can do some like if you want to create another report, I can link. You can see like create a report wizard. So I want to see maybe the car with the related service. Okay, so like I want to have the service with the dealer information, right? Like service, I have all of them. Then I want the dealer, like the dealer maybe address or the phone number, okay, or the name. Okay, so name and address. So initially in my service table, I only have a dealer ID, but I need more information. Or even I can have more because I want to know the owner's name, right? So so linking can let you pull the data multiple times from the linked tables. Okay, I want the only the phone number. Okay, only the phone number of the owner, right? So add it to here. And then you can see next. I have 3 tables linked and going to generate the report. And the way, okay, add a grouping. The grouping is by the dealer ID. Okay, I've just use the default, no sorting needed. So tabular, or even you can see the justified or column. Okay, just keeping the tabular and landscape maybe, and finish. Or I did the name is already given me. Okay, I can change the name later. So you can see it's pulling the information from 3 tables together. Okay, all because of the linking we did before. And now for the table, like for the reports, I have different views. So if you go to this is the print view, I can change to other views, and you also can see the views in the bottom. For the format for the reports, I have a this is called the what's it called? Report view. This is the print view as we saw, and this is a layout view. Layout view is the place you can adjust the size and the position of each of the columns. For example, my date of the service is too short, right? So I can adjust it long, but you need to adjust the size of the title, like the column name and the data value separate, right? So like not my service data, I put it here. And I want to maybe made this. So the personal ID, I don't really need this long, but I can make it short. And but this you can see is a nice format of the, I can save it. Okay, so now like I can save. So dealer. Okay. So I think so far for the queries, I will practice. Okay, for the queries, we'll practice together next Tuesday. So before next Tuesday in class, I expect you to finish whatever I have so far. So like you can add more data, like 5 records of data, but make sure the data are consistent between each tables. And after next Tuesday, we practice with the queries, and we finish this starting access practice, and it will be submitted as the first access project.